Now, I just want to thank y'all all for tuning in to another video. Um, Today, we're going to talk about something that's extremely personal. This is something that's extremely personal. I think it's going to hit home for a lot of people. I know it definitely hit home for me because even when I was thinking about it on my way to work today, I kind of shed a tear when I was in the car. you know. So it's something extremely powerful and emotional. At least for me, I just hope I can get the words out properly so you could feel what I'm feeling, what I was thinking of this, all right? So I'm gonna start with, the introduction. Let me let y'all know the the quote I was thinking of when I did this. We are all fighting not to be like something instead of fighting to be something. All right, and when I was thinking of that, this one is extremely personal to me. Like I said, we are all fighting not to be like something. And for me, I took it extremely personal because I thought of it like I've been fighting so hard not to be like my father. All right. So what happens, and I know a lot of people could resonate with this because I know a lot of people, even a few of my friends that go through the same exact thing that I go through, even like, as we growing up and we're just getting through our adolescence and going through our teenage phase, just living our lives as youngsters and things like that. And we hear our mother say to us, um, say something to us like as far as the lines like you're just like your father. And for me, my father was never really in my life. So when she said something like that to me, it hit deep. Like it really hit deep because I refuse to be anything like my father, especially with me having kids now. And so it kind of always put me in a place where I was fighting the demon on not to be like him. All right, because it's like I don't know that man. How you can compare me to that man? I don't even know what he's like. So it's like when you say you're like your father, I know nothing of that man. To me, that man is nobody. I don't know. He ain't did nothing for me. He ain't never do nothing for me. So for me, it's just like when you say that, it just hurt. It's something that cuts deep as a boy growing up, and even becoming a man and a father yourself with something like that is said, and it's like still there. So why I say something like that is absolutely bad is because even as we get older, we're always fighting not to be like that person so much that we have to understand that we are actually giving that person real estate in our head. We're giving that person real estate in our mind. And it's not like we're actually going out there. We're actually going out there and wanting to be the fathers that we wish we had, but we're also trying to be the father that we obviously we never had, but we're trying to be the person that we don't know but we don't want to be like. So it allows that person to keep real estate in your head so that person's always there instead of you moving forward and moving on, right? And then one of the other things about it is, come to me, like I said, my father was never there. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who feel the same. Their father was never there. So for me, when I think of something like that, I also think about it's lowering the bar for us as a man. Because when you think about it, if your father was never there, all I have to do to be a better father than that guy, I could literally call my daughters, it don't matter. I could call my daughter on her birthday every year until, you know what I mean, until I pass away. I could call her every year on her birthday once and never even bother dealing with her from there and saying happy birthday and I'm a better father than him. We got to think about it like that, all right? So that's also a way where it doesn't allow us to grow as our own person because we let that person have real estate in our head, and then on the other end, on another part of it, it's setting the bar too low for us as parents and as fathers and as just men growing, moving forward in our lives. What we need to do is not fight to not be like that person, but fight to be like something and someone who we would love to have. We got to put that image in our forefront, not the image of what we don't want to be. Let's put the image of what we want to be in the forefront, and you could truly grasp that and capture it. Like, even if your image is somebody else's father that you've seen who was taking care of their kids and nurturing their kids like you would love to have been nurtured as a kid, you got to use that as inspiration, not anger or fuel from a bad situation. You got to use some of the good that you've seen in society and in life. And then the thing about it, I want you to know this. When you as a person are growing and you're sitting here looking at that guy or lady, whoever, as a role model, I want you to realize that things are going to happen that's going to push you back, and always, it's going to be obstacles that's going to push you back into thinking about that, like that mindset that you were thinking before. But it's not about those things that pop in your head. It's about how you handle those things, that you move forward and move past those things. Because when you're always trying to be better and you're trying to become a better person, there's always going to be obstacles and things and just thoughts in the back of your mind that's going to sit there and have you thinking to resort to your old ways, as far as thinking like, yo, I'm not trying to be like that, instead of thinking I'm trying to be this person or another, or just better in a situation. Is putting your own superhero in your front of your mind of that's who you're going to be. So in turn, like I say, we just gotta stop not trying to be like something and actually be like something, because not trying to be like something is actually killing us even more, and it's putting a different type of energy instead of a positive energy into what you really want to be. So if you felt this little message that I had to say and it really got through to you and it felt some type of value, I just want you to hit that like, share, sub, and all the above, because I just, if you get this message, you feel like somebody else would hear this and it would make them feel better and just get them through their day. They going through a hard time. Just let them watch this, please. Because trust me, I was going through the hard time. I was dealing with things like this, and I never had anybody who just sat there and talked to me. It was just like, yo, this is what we're going through, and we're just looking at things in a wrong perspective. And once we put it in the right perspective and we put it in the right light, we could truly succeed as a person, as individuals. So please just hit that like button, that share button, and just let somebody see this video. If I change one person's life, I think my job is done. All right, I would like to change 1,000,000 lives, but one is good enough for me right now. So hit that button, man. I love y'all.